Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. Now today is a little bit special. Today is a recap of the subscriber special game day that we did for hitting 1,000 subscribers, and we had some highs.
Yeah.
Wow, 334 times 2. We had some lows. No, Janet, no! And we had some hilarious moments. Wait, am I on the wrong team? Oh, I forgot to put the clan tag on myself. I was like, why is there nobody on my team? Now, a quick note before we get going. I did cut the audio of our Discord call and we'll be commentating over it just to make it a little bit more entertaining. And with that, onto the show. All right, first map of the day is going to be Europe. Now, this is a giant, massive game. 334 players. This is a server-wide game, so we are expecting the best of the best. The stakes are on the line. The clans will be joining us as there is a ×2 modifier for whatever clan comes out on top. So the Corgis are in this in force, and we're going to be trying to do our best. Now, we did pick a spot down in here in Africa. With this many players in here, we are not picking a spot to thrive. We are picking a spot to survive. Now, honestly, my biggest concern is I picked this spot, but I am very concerned I'm going to get boxed in. There's so many black players around here. There is one red player up to our northeast, and that is realistically probably the only one we're going to touch, as we do see some Corgi boys that spawned with us. We do not talk about where we are spawning, so we just kind of let that be chance. And we do have another person over there, Heathen, as well. So we do have a number of friends on our borders. So what is our initial plan? Well, first off, we cut off player 730 immediately. We take out this bot before anyone else has the opportunity. I don't want this bot to push through me a little bit and then open themselves up to somebody else grabbing that land. And now we are going to save up, let player 730 do some of the attacks, take out some of the bots. The more he exposes himself to our team, the better. He is weakening himself up, and we need to build up a little bit of strength right here. Now, we will be aggressive early on, taking out this guy will let us start building up to donate earlier. So that is honestly, I feel like the best move that we can do, as we're down in 23rd place. We're not going to be big factors in this game. And there are some attacks going in on player 130, but not too damaging, as we are trading some positions up into the north. But again, black still holds a very large advantage over this. So now we go into player 730. We will continue to keep whittling him down, as now we are joined by Derpio. And again, the sooner we can get this done, the better, as we do have a troop advantage, and he will have a harder time replenishing his troops, as we do also have a little bit of a land advantage. So we'll continue to keep pushing. I do see some black players falling in the west, as Armenia does full send player 977. So we get a little bit more free land, and now we're in a perfect position to donate, as Firebolt is the crown asking for a little bit of donations. We'll give him a little bit to make sure that he can survive, but we have a big problem building up on our eastern border. Angry Ox is absolutely massive. He's got 1 million, and our black teammate just full sent. The other one didn't have any troops. The other one full sent. So we are in a very dangerous spot, as now we have become quickly the front line defense against a very strong crown, and this is going to be dangerous for us. The boys recognize this. They're getting out a lot of donations. We're going to attack this guy immediately. Player 977 is also in on this. That is a tremendous help. Now, what we are trying to do is just prevent this man from building up his troops, because what lies behind us to the west is a bunch of very, very weak teammates who have already been donating a lot of their troops. And if he got through us, this would be a disaster for the team. He would take over almost all of Africa very quickly, and that would be almost curtains for the black team. But as we can continue to keep knocking him down and making sure that he is able to build up, and we prevent all of that from happening. Now, he is getting donated to, as we have been donated to, and now we're in a dangerous spot where we have less troops than he does, but we still have combined strength with player 977. Angry Ox is playing this the way you need to, is just building up strength and outgrowing and outweighting this attack, and he has survived the attack in the initial onslaught, as the black team has wrapped up everything in West Africa. Oh, Pharaoh's absolutely huge and has a way up north, so that is going to be great for the team. But we are getting asked to attack Angry Ox. It is a waiting period time for us, although he is going up north. He's wasting his troops, building a little bit of tension there. So let's go ahead and renew the attack here, as he's only got about 1 million more troops than us. This is the perfect time to keep going into him. Hopefully player 977, who has been a fantastic teammate already, is willing to join in. I asked him to, let's do this. So let's keep pushing in on this. Droideka is able to finish things off in the east, but he is a little bit on the weak side himself. Player 977 joins back in, and that works out really well for us as we continue to keep pushing down Ox. Pharaoh, you have some free land, sir. Let's make sure to grab that so we can continue the assault. Now, we are in a dangerous situation. as Droidica army is going down. Angry Ox still has about 1.3 million. We have wasted a lot of our troops just constantly knocking down Ox, but we are not that much weaker than him. He's only got about 1,000 more pixels than us. So he's in 5th place. We are in 6th. Now we trade spots, and now we are bigger than him. So at this point, he's getting attacked from 3 different players. Let's keep up the pressure here and just try and take him out. Why? Reason being is we're trying to save Droidica, prevent him from going down. That is going to be a very difficult challenge, as Angry Ox once again gets 1,000,000 troops and immediately attacks with 400,000 of them, and another 400,000 straight into Droidica. He takes him out early, but he has been cut off by his own red teammate. So this works out really well for us, as no other red teammate can really help in pushing through us, and we can isolate Ox on a 1v1. Now there is a mounting danger above us. We have taken care of this one issue, but there is a huge one above us, as that Russian player has about 4 million troops and the crown. Fortunately for us, Pharaoh has the crown, but he is tied behind a bunch of other players. Now we are getting a bunch of donations from Derpio to keep us a little bit competitive, but we are getting attacked pretty heavily by Angry Ox. That is a bit unfortunate. Now, left alone, this red player is going to be a dangerous scenario. Fortunately for us, Limebolt has a pretty sizable troop comparison. So what is happening right now is the team is giving me a little bit of donations, and the calls are going out to send every troop you have to Limebolt. And Limebolt is going to try and fight off the crown, just constantly attacking. Every time he attacks, a teammate is going to refill his juice and make sure that he continues to go. Now we're going to keep going in on Angry Ox. Once again, just trying to isolate and knock down this one player. If we can start whittling away things over here, then the players like Dragon Union, the ... aren't going to be able to donate to their champion as well. As Lime Firebolt is going in on massive attacks, constantly getting redonated to. He's up to 8 million. Brazil's joined in on the battle as well. As now we control the top 2 spots with Pharaoh and Limebolt. Lime Firebolt is continuously attacking. We are almost done here with Angry Ox. We need to join in on this fight. As you can see, Dragon Union, who is the next player up, has completely ceased his attacks. Or donations. He is not doing anything. He's trying to attack player 977, and that's working out really well. Lime Fireball is just going in hard on that player, their red champion. He's all the way off on the leaderboard. In fact, of the top 10, the red team only controls 1 spot, and that is Chrome, and Chrome is in a bad spot as Lime Fireball and the rest of the black team start to envelop on that one last red player. And now we can start to go in on Dragonfire Union, as everyone's going to be doing their part to kind of donate to me and donate to everyone on the fringe borders, that we can all push through this together. So now we are starting to get through this Dragon Union. He is already down to 1 million. We have saved player 977 from joining the attack. Unfortunately, he was getting a little bit repelled. I say save, but we just cut him off. He wasn't attacking. What can you say? As now the team is collapsing upon the red team. So we will go ahead and push through this ... making sure to wipe him out rather quickly, as Swiss and Sago come in from the north, and Nugget as well. We get the collapse in from Gravedigger, as we have done a tremendous job of fighting back from a hard spot. This was all due to some amazing teamwork from everybody. There was some great communications and teamwork happening behind the scenes. This was a great job by the attack Corgis, pulling together to make this one a great victory from the jaws of defeat. As the hearts go up, the kissy faces go up, the complaints that someone forgot to equip their emojis and are going to miss it on the special moment go up. But that is the first big victory of the day for us, and that is going to be a huge one again, because we get double points from the clan victory in this battle from having it be a server-wide one. So we will go ahead and say GG's to all involved. Very hot victory by all. 334 times 2 points. Amazing game. We will go on to the next one. All right, next map up is going to be a little Caucasian map. There are 95 players in on here, where we are with our Corgi boys once again. And we are on the blue team, so we're just going to be trying to find a nice little spot for ourselves up here. Now, there is a number of the blue team spawning in this location, so hopefully this can become quite the power base for us, and just making sure that we have a little bit of control over the map and can establish that early. As realistically, there's only going to be the red team to the east. That is the only real teamwork we have to worry about, and everyone else is kind of flying solo. So let's see what we can do to make ourselves shine in this scenario. Now, there is a cyan player that came in at the last second, and there's also a green player that's getting encapsulated by Pharaoh. That is going to be a dangerous scenario, as Pharaoh is going to have to either hope that guy leaves or take him out early, or just kind of wait until he full sends him. And that full send will hurt, and will hurt depending degree of how soon that does happen. But for right now, let's focus in on us, as we do have Corgi France, Adrian, and Pharaoh around us. Now we have Finland to the south and Nugget all the way over there in the west. So we will just continue to grow. We do have the crown right away, so good sign for us as we will continue to just get a little bit stronger. And we'll enter into the bot phase with a lot of strength. Now in the bot phase, my core strength is to start taking out a lot of these bots. I'm going to try and leave Adrian a little bit of a path north so he can help me out take out this player 333. As he's able to do that, we're going to make sure to stop that attack, giving him that pathway out. Now we'll continue to keep going down south as Pharaoh has taken the crown from us, but we do have a lot of troops. So we will just wait for this bot to leave and hopefully grab a little bit of land out of that. Unfortunately, Honduras does stop their attack early as Finland is going in very strong. We're getting the call to attack player 3-3 as he's only got less than 100,000 troops, so we need to go on him right now. And we're getting the teamwork together as Adrian is going to get cut off, and we're going to get cut off by France, and that is okay. France does stop his attack, giving us a little bit of room to keep expanding and join the fight in over here. France, the real MVP. Now we can join in on the Serbian Empire together, push through him, and there we go. So we have once again wrapped up this map corner of the map rather effectively, as we just need to take out Honduras, and as soon as he is done, we're going to be able to do our job for the rest of the team and start donating. As Goblin Slayer on the Scion team is actually in first place. Finland is in second place, the player right below us, and he actually does have the crown. Goblin Slayer is directly to his south. So let's go ahead and give some money to Swiss, as Swiss is getting attacked by both the Goblin player and Imperio. So let's give him his due reward of a little bit of revenge and just kind of look around the map to see who else is going to be needing some assistance. Now, Lion Firebolt is a little bit on the weaker side. Corgi it does have the crown, but he's a little bit on the weaker side as well. So the boys are just going to be building up here. Now, the real strength of power against us is going to be the black team to the south and that Goblin Slayer. He is going to be a nuisance as the boys wrap things up in the north and freeing up even more players to keep donating, as Finland is getting attacked from Goblin Slayer, but Swiss has been able to win his fight with the red player, giving some expansion down there. And now we have Axe Wanderer able to start pushing through this white player who's also very weak. Goblin Slayer is just kind of sticking around, not trying to make too much of a noise, as Axe Wanderer is getting very strong. We're going to want to keep donating to him because, again, he shares the borders with the black team. But as you can see, the pie graph has very much gone blue, and it's going to be very hard for any team to work against us. Even if they get isolated one-on-ones, the donations that come in are just going to be outweigh any advantage that the black team could have. So let's keep giving donations to Wanderer as he's working down this weaker black player to his south. The north has been completely wrapped up. We just have Chrono over in the east and Spanty and 847 just working on the creator. That is going to be a challenging one, as 847 is getting heavily attacked. Was trying to give him a donation to help him survive it. He's got about 2 million. There goes the last player in the neck of this map, and now we just start full sending into Spanty and 847 that they can start whittling down the players, as player 116, the second strongest of the black player, only has less than 1 million. They've put all of their strength into the creator, and the creator is not going to be strong enough to fight this on his own. We'll just make sure to keep trying to fight the good fight to keep Spanty alive. Hopefully our team will be able to wrap things up here soon enough that they'll be able to go into Spanty, as now the creator's down to less than 2 million. Everyone's feeding Spanty so Spanty can have his revenge and just keep donating to him. And is now the turntables have turned as the creator has less than 1 million, Spanty has 4 million, and there the revenge has been completed and the Corgis have won another game. So GG's to all involved. This has been another fun one. Hearts go out for the boys, and we will go on to the next one. All right, yeah, everyone change your name to a mom's name. All right, so we've switched it up a little bit. You may be noticing, hey, there's a bunch of mom names in the cord. So basically what happened was someone was pointing out that the boys have been working hard with the Corgi clan and have reached the top 10. And now the question has been in the Territorial Discord, who's these Corgi guys? So we thought it'd be funny. If anyone asks, we are Corgi enthusiasts. We are mothers of 2, and that is how we're going to be going from here. So everyone's kind of got a name. No one knows who they are. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see how it goes from here. We are obviously Corgi Terry, the one and only. And we do have Corgi Janet Smith to our south and Corgi Farah. Now, Farah is probably the only one I could probably guess, as if you have watched these games before, we have a prominent player named Pharaoh, and that is probably him. We have Corgi Yoga Pants, Corgi Olga, Corgi Miss Corgi, Corgi Guinevere. We got a Karen down south. Love to see it. So let's go ahead, see what we can do here to make sure that our start is a little bit good. Now, we are sitting down pretty low, but we do have a lot of bots to go into. So let's push up north. That's going to be our best opportunity for growth. We can also go down south a little bit and just kind of see how things go. Now, there are some threats around us. We do have a blue player. He's rather weak. And then that white player to our west is also a little bit on the stronger side, but nothing comparison like that would be a threat to us. We can just continuously push as Android user is getting attacked from multiple fronts. Let's go ahead and push through him and help finish off this red player as he's actually attacking us with a lot of strength, to my surprise. But we do get a little bit of land out of that. And Ingria is our next logical target, as he's the only target we can have. And Karen is going in very hard on him, so we're going to join this battle in over here, making sure to get our due justice, taking out Ingria with Janet, Smith, and Karen, working him down as he tries to take out one of our bots, trying to outgrow the problem, as he does realize it's going to be a wasted opportunity. And now we just have the opportunity to sit up, and we'll go ahead and right away boat into avoid Omega, just to continuously push the pressure on Omega and the rest of the board, as the Cyan team is starting to build up the advantage on the pie graph, but we want to make sure we keep that. We do have the top three players, and so, but the green team is putting up a bit of resistance. We want to make sure to keep the pressure on. Now, in these team games, people are always very cautious about building up their troops. Honestly, I feel like, especially in these coordinated opportunities you have, there's a lot of opportunity to just go and instantly attack and just kind of worry about the consequences later. So that is what we're going to be doing here, and we do have an opportunity to go boat over into this blue player. Is only at 100,000 troops himself, so that'll be really good for us, as Karen's going to be going into the parallel player up north. So let's go ahead and grab this real quick, and we can start attacking Manet. But I do want to build up my troops a little bit so I don't get attacked by the player up north. So now is our time to shine. Let's go ahead and start the attack in on Manet. And he's only got 80,000. I'm not sure if he quite saw me yet, but as soon as I had borders, that parallel player started attacking me. No problem there. Susan and Karen have been signaling that they're going to join the fight here in any second, so I don't need to worry about my attacks getting countered, as we have jumped up into at least the top 15th place. So a little bit of a relevant player in on this one, but we do manage to hold our own in helping out the rest of the team. As Karen has joined the fight, let's go ahead and join the fight ourselves, and we can continue keep pushing as Susan has joined the fight with a big attack, knocking him down all the way to 200,000, and there he goes all the way down to 5,000. And we'll just continue to keep pushing. We'll make sure to wait for Karen to get a little bit of borders back as he cancels his boat. That's perfect. We'll just go ahead and finish this guy off here. And now we have the option of going into the green player or the black player. Both are great options for us, as we have a little bit more boating opportunity. So we're going to go ahead and keep pushing through this green player, as Karen down south did want a little bit of time to build up the troops, and Susan is wanting to go in right now. So we'll just continue on this track, as we're almost at 1 million troops ourselves, able to hold our own, and this player only has about 400,000. So a smart move on our end. Susan is trying to go. There he goes. Okay, I was about to say, are you going to go in or not? So he finally joins the fight, so we're able to work through this one together, taking out this green player, isolating the rest of the Scandinavia and Norway region for the Cyan team, once again claiming a great victory for ourselves. And after this one, we're going to be able to go down south and work through this black player. We're leaving a little bit of pressure on Corgi Karen down south, who's only got about 2 million, but is facing a lot of enemies. So now we will also be able to work with Janet, Smith, and Karen on this. So we're not exactly going in on this alone. We are getting some donations as well. So we're at red interest, so we're going to start this fight right away. Karen's joining in on it as well, as we're going to continue to keep pushing through this black player. Now, once we get through this guy, we'll kind of have to see how things are going with the green team, and if we're going to be able to take on that one or not, as the green team does control most of the south region. So now it does look like we have won this, but based on, we do have a lot of smaller players still in this, and the green play. Oh, the green team full sends Janet Smith. No. Oh, poor buddy. Let's try and save him and cut him off from the end. Me and Karen are desperately trying to get him, and we do manage to save him a little bit. Oh, but that was a sad move for Janet Smith. But anyways, like I was saying, we do control most of the board, but if a few green players have a lot of strength and they are coordinated, they can still win this. So we just need to make sure that our efforts are in unison with each other. As we do have Kathy down south, aka Spanty, desperately trying to be a stopgate to their South Africa plans, or their Northern Africa plans. We're going to go into this blue player over here. Karen's going to be joining in as well. Corgi's mom is going to be working in on Alaska. We're just trying to attack this in a speared front. As we do take out the blue player, that frees up Karen to start attacking Alaska with Corgi's mom. Really working together to take down those two players. And we'll go ahead and help out with Alaska. And there we go. We're going to stop this attack. Make sure that Karen has a little bit of a free reign to help us out with this other green player over here. As we are getting counterattacked, we do have about 1 million more troops than he does. Corgi's mom does cut him off, and he immediately joins the fight. So we've knocked him all the way down to 1 million troops, as the player in the United Kingdom has also joined in. So we do this three-way, and now we are cut off. So we will be on Team Donate, making sure to give donations to everyone the calls are going out to save Kathy. So let's give some more donations. He's survived this long, really slowed down their team. So let's make sure to help him out, finishing up the fight. And as they finish up the last green and blue player, giving the team another great victory. So GG's to all involved. This has been the Corgi subscriber game day special. We'll be doing this again. If you want to be a part of this, we'll be doing this again at about 1,500 subscribers, and we're almost there. And in case you were curious, this was just for fun. We are not diehards by any means. We are just a bunch of guys having fun. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and especially if you've made it this far in the video. If you haven't made it this far in the video, hey, give a thumbs up. Really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put up videos every day. But boys, I will see you in the next one.